In the rolling hills of ancient Canaan, a story began that would change the course of history. Here lived Yusuf alayhi as-salam, a boy possessing a beauty that was not just physical, but spiritual. He was the apple of his father, Prophet Yaqub's alayhi as-salam eye. One night, the heavens descended into his sleep. He saw the impossible, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all bowing before him. A divine secret whispered in the dark. But light casts a shadow. While the father poured his love into Yusuf alayhi as-salam, the 10 older brothers let a dark seed take root in their hearts. Envy. It twisted their brotherhood into hatred. They whispered by the fire, their faces hardened by jealousy. They convinced themselves that their father was lost in error. They needed to remove the obstacle. They needed to remove Yusuf. Deceit often wears a smiling face. They approached their father, masking their malice with brotherly concern. "Let him play," they begged. "We are his guardians." With a heavy heart, Yaqub let his beloved son go, watching him walk into the vastness of the desert, unaware that the wolves he feared were walking right beside him. The mask fell. In the desolation of the valley, hands that should have protected him stripped him of his dignity. They threw him into the abyss, down into the cold, dark silence of the well. But as the light faded above him, a new light awoke within him. Alone in the deep, God whispered to his heart, "You are not abandoned. One day you will tell them of this affair when they least expect it. To cover a crime, one must live a lie." The blood of an innocent animal was smeared on the coat, a false witness. They returned to their father weeping crocodile tears. But a father's heart knows. Yaqub looked at the shirt, intact yet bloody, and knew the wolf was a lie. He turned his face to God and whispered, "Patience is beautiful." Hope appeared in the form of a bucket, but it was a cruel mercy. Rescued from death only to be sold into bondage. Yusuf was carried across the burning sands, leaving the simplicity of Canaan for the complex, towering empire of Egypt. He stood on the auction block, a prophet, sold for a few silver coins. The world saw merchandise, destiny saw a king in the making. He was purchased by Al-Aziz, a man of high standing who saw the nobility etched in the boy's face. Years passed in the palaces of Memphis. The boy became a man. God granted him judgment and knowledge. He walked with a grace that turned heads, a beauty that was blinding. But beauty is a heavy burden. Zuleika, the wife of the minister, became enslaved by her own desire. The obsession grew until it consumed her. She locked the doors. She closed every exit. She offered herself, but Yusuf carried a fortress in his heart. He cried out, "God forbid," and ran. She chased, grasping at him, tearing his shirt from behind, just as the master of the house opened the door. The evidence was clear. The tear was on the back, the mark of a man fleeing, not attacking. Yet, in the halls of power, truth is often hushed to save face. But whispers are like water. They seep through every crack. The women of the city began to mock her. To silence them, she set a trap, a banquet, a fruit in one hand, a sharp knife in the other. She commanded Yusuf to enter. When he stepped into the light, time stopped. They had never seen a human like this. They whispered, "This is no man. This is a noble angel." In their trance, the knives slipped, and the blood flowed. The threat was laid bare: submission to sin, or the darkness of a dungeon. Yusuf looked at the luxury around him, the temptation pulling at his soul, and made the choice of the righteous. "My Lord," he prayed, Prison is dearer to me than what they call me to." The gates slammed shut. The palace was traded for stone walls, but Yusuf turned the prison into a sanctuary. He was not a prisoner of the state. He was a servant of God. Even in chains, he spoke of the one truth. 2 men, 2 dreams, one pressing wine, destined for life, the other carrying bread, destined for death. Yusuf interpreted their fates with precision, but as the cupbearer walked free, he forgot the man who saved him. Satan made him forget, and so Yusuf remained in the dark, waiting. 7 fat cows, 7 lean cows, a river of plenty devoured by a river of hunger. The king of Egypt awoke in a cold sweat. The wise men were silent, the magicians were baffled. The warning of God had come, but no one could read the script. Suddenly, memory struck the cupbearer like a bolt of lightning. "I know the interpretation," he cried. He ran to the prison, but Yusuf, the man of honor, refused to leave as a fugitive. He demanded his name be cleared. The women confessed. The truth, finally, stood naked before the king. From the bottom of the well to the throne of the vizier, Yusuf was given command over the storehouses of the earth. He did not build for vanity. He built for survival. For 7 years the granaries filled, a mountain of gold to save the world from the hunger to come. Then the skies dried up. The earth cracked. Famine gripped the world. People came from all corners, desperate for bread. Among them, 10 brothers. They bowed before the powerful minister, unaware that the man they knelt before was the boy they had thrown away. Yusuf recognized them, but he held his peace. The final test had just begun.